Hi there, my name's Kerry Taylor, and as you can see I've got a window screen that needs some help. Before I tear it apart, let's talk about the tools I will need to do this project. This is a screen mouse. It has a wheel on one end that's concave and a wheel on the other end that's convex. Next is some duct tape that I will take down the sides of the window frame with, a utility knife, and a flat blade screwdriver. The first step is to remove the spline. The spline is simply the rubber that holds the window screen in place. The spline goes all the way around the spline groove on all four sides of the screen frame, and to remove it you just pull up and out. Once the spline is removed, then the next step is to go ahead and remove the old screen. And once the spline is out of the groove, this comes out pretty easily. Once I have the window screen out of the frame, this is a good chance to go ahead and check the grooves, make sure there's no dirt in the grooves, and to clean up the window frame a little bit. After that, I will tape down the four sides of the window frame with some duct tape. The duct tape is nice because it will hold the window frame down when I'm applying the new spline and the new screen. This is the new spline. It's 0.125 thousandths in diameter. And what I've done is just cut a piece of the new window screen that's bigger than the frame. And now I'm starting to roll in the new spline. And once I hit a corner, I will just take my flat-bladed screwdriver and push the spline all the way down into the groove. And after that's done, head down another side. Notice that I'm stringing the spline out with one hand and rolling it in with the other. I'm using the convex roller to do this, and once I get the spline completely in, I will use the other end of the screen mouse and use the concave roller and go over the spline again. I've reached my second corner, so I'll just take my screwdriver and tuck the spline in again before I head down the other side. And once I reach the end of the final side, I will grab a pair of scissors and just clip the end of the spline. And here I'm using the concave end of the screen mouse to go over all of the spline one more time. Now to trimming the excess screen. Notice I have my utility knife on a 45-degree angle, and it's just over the top of the spline, and I'm cutting into the far side of the screen groove. So I will go completely around the frame. Remember, the blade's just over the top of the spline on a 45-degree angle, cutting towards the outside of the spline groove. Once I have all four sides cut, all I need to do is lift the excess screen off, and I'm ready to install the window screen. On the top of the window screen there are two small metal clips, and if I push up and compress those clips as I push the window screen in, then it pops right into place. Most window screens have tabs on the bottom that you can pull up on to compress the little metal clips, and that way the screen just pops right out. This window screen, the tabs are broken off, so another way to do it is to push a screwdriver into the bottom, gently lift up on the bottom of the screen to compress the clips, and then you can get the screen out. On this screen, I'm going to change my procedure just a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and tape all four sides down with the duct tape, and that way it will hold it in place as I pull the spline out. Here I'm just lifting up one end of the spline with my screwdriver, and as you can see, it pulls right out of the spline groove. And I'm glad I duct taped the four sides of the screen frame first, because it's going a lot faster this time. And once the spline's out, I can just remove the old screen. Okay, I didn't show this step on the first screen, but all you do is lay the new screen over the frame, take a pair of scissors, make sure you cut it bigger than what the frame is, and that's all there is to it. And with my screen mouse, I will push the spline into the groove, and away we go on the second screen. Remember that after you go around the corner, take your screwdriver and push the spline down in around the corner. And I like to kind of string the spline out as I go with the roller. And once I get the spline in the groove down the last side, I will go back to the last corner, take my screwdriver, tuck the spline back in. Then take my scissors and cut the end of the spline off. And then take the screen mouse and go around the spline groove one more time. And as the last step again, I've angled the utility knife on a 45. I've got it cutting right over the top of the spline on an angle towards the screen frame. And once I get around all four sides, just remove the excess. pull the duct tape off, and I'm ready to go with the second screen. And here's the little metal clips I need to compress when I push the screen in. So since this doesn't have any tabs, I will push up, compress the metal clips, and the screen will pop right into place. So that completes this video on how to replace damaged window screens. If you would like to see more of my videos, please visit my YouTube channel, iScaper1.